Hello and welcome to Intuitive Journey with Desiree. I am Desiree Holmes Sharini, your host, and I am inspired to do a sort of a late night, last minute episode about Christmas. And because I've been thinking about it, and we all consider Christmas a Christian holiday. And so for some people, it's as time has gone on, we've been, taught to say happy holidays instead of Merry Christmas to avoid offending others. And of course we could run into a whole row of things to say so that we are all inclusive, and that would be happy holidays. However, if I know someone celebrates Hanukkah, I like to say happy Hanukkah. If someone celebrates Kwanzaa, hey, happy Kwanzaa. So yes, happy holidays is one of those generic, all-inclusive things. However, that being said, this may come across as a little rambling because I haven't put this together. I just wanted to get it out there before Christmas. And you'll probably be getting this right at Christmas if I manage to put it together. But Christmas, in the first place, the date of Christmas was pretty much manufactured based on existing pagan holidays by I assume the Catholic Church, when they were, spreading the word and proselytizing, that just like Easter and many other holidays, there were already celebrations in place and, traditions in place in the pagan community for the winter solstice, for example, around Christmas time, as we now celebrate, and hence the spring solstice. And research has shown that Christ, I should say Jesus, not Christ, because we're going to move into that, but Jesus was likely born in the springtime, according to the records that can be found about where the stars were and any historical little pieces that are found about his birth, that he probably was not born on December 25th. That being said, it was chosen and, I want to say usurped and or melded into the celebration of Christmas. And as we all know, all sorts of things are meshed in together. I saw a video just last night. Somebody was going out on the street and asking people, who was Jesus and where was Jesus born? And a couple of people said the North Pole. They think he's Santa Claus. So the as time goes on, things get mushed together and get lost in translation, literally. So the reason I am doing this episode without a lot of preparation is to bring up the idea of whether it's Jesus's birthday or Santa Claus or a pagan ritual. Does it really matter? Some people will want to dismiss and hate Christmas based on its religious underpinnings. Some people, have other reasons to pull back and not want to celebrate Christmas, and some people love Christmas and celebrate based on their faith. And some people choose to not celebrate Christmas based on their faith. But the bottom line is, whatever, you call it, or whatever reasons that people have around Christmas, if we could all just separate the holiday of Christmas and so even Christianity from the holiday, like if we could unweave those two. Now, this might spark some, like, what are you talking about? It's Jesus's birthday. That's okay too. But the point of celebrating the birth of Christ, even, for those Christians, is to celebrate the Christ spirit. And that's another thing, is that many people believe that Jesus Christ, his first name's Jesus and his last name is Christ. No. His last name is not Christ. He was called the Christ because many believed that he was the anointed one. He was the Messiah. That's what Christ means. It means someone who has come to teach, someone who is higher and smarter and here to lead. And in his day, priests, prophets, and kings were anointed. And actually, I'm not a Bible scholar, but thinking about it, I'm not even sure that there's a record of him being, quote unquote, anointed, other than his baptism by John the Baptist in any records. Nonetheless, so that's what the Christ means, Christos. And so if we consider, what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to suggest that people enjoy and embrace the spirit of Christmas, not based on a faith or a religion, but based on the underlying message that Christmas is about, that the Christ spirit is about, without having to say, oh, if I'm going to embrace this, then that means I am this or that, or not this or that. That, to me, the Christ is about everything that Jesus did teach. Whether he was real or not, there are stories, there are lessons that are taught, and those are what I would call Christ spirited. And that Christ spirit can be found many generations before him, and even today in many people. So there are those who stand out, let's say like the Dalai Lama, for example, who are simply people of peace, who, preach fellowship and love, compassion. Okay, so you don't have to be Christian to celebrate the meaning underpinning Christmas. So the idea would be, instead of, for some people, pushing back that, Christmas, no, I don't celebrate Christmas. How about you celebrate the spirit behind it? It can be that day for you. You can choose any other day of the year. But to negate the underpinnings of what Christmas is supposed to mean, why anybody, in particular Christians, would celebrate a particular day as representational of the birth of Christ. Why is that important? To them, it's important because it ushered in this spirit, this forgiveness, this loving energy. For some, they are still waiting for that to come. And even for those who are waiting for the Christ, they can celebrate in anticipation. For those of you who or agnostic or even atheist. I don't believe in that stuff. That's fine. But as a human being, you do still have these underpinnings of desire, hope, of love, and the anticipation and familial love, whatever it is that for you would represent that, what I'm calling the Christ spirit. You can use this as a time of celebration. And instead of feeling apart and different and antagonistic toward Christmas, how about you make it your own? No, I don't mean make yours everybody else's. I mean, you internally incorporate what I would call the Christ spirit, a spirit of love, forgiveness, compassion, and hope. How about just make it a day when you choose to just feel and encourage positivity within yourself and with those around you without judgment. Allow people to celebrate in their way and express love, joy, and fellowship. I know it can be a little tough sometimes when each of us have our own ideas about what's right and what's wrong, but that's why I am suggesting that for even just one day, we all take some time and experience that feeling of like, how awesome would it be to just let it all go and feel amazing, hopeful, and anticipate all the best things for yourself and for others.